Right off the bat, 2 defendants, 1 courtroom, and a judge who's done playing nice. This isn't your average legal drama. It's teenage defiance versus judicial discipline in real time. Grab your seat because this one's about to explode.
Welcome back to Courtroom Chaos, where probation pleas collide with jailhouse antics and judges drop truth bombs. Today's episode? Christopher Bushnell, a 17-year-old facing 10 years probation for felony evading arrest and organized crime, but he's racked up 21 jail incident reports in just 4 months. Fighting, stealing, bullying, this kid's resume reads like a jailhouse horror story. Meanwhile, Mario Blunt begs for mercy on drug charges, claiming weed helps his anxiety. Spoiler, the judge isn't buying it. Will Bushnell's punk behavior land him in prison? Can Blunt dodge a 20-year sentence? Grab your popcorn, this is justice served raw.
Good morning. You're Christopher Bushnell?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Bushnell, you were previously in court, entered pleas of guilty to the third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and the second-degree felony offense of engaging in organized criminal activity. Those were for agreements of a 10-year probation deferred in each of those cases. I have received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, Your Honor. Have you?
Are there any additions or corrections to the report?
Just that it may indicate that he doesn't take full responsibility, but after speaking with him, he does take full responsibility for his actions and involvement in both cases.
I've also reviewed jail incident reports. Have you both been given a copy of those?
Yes, Your Honor. I have you.
Here's the legal twist. Bushnell's on deferred probation. Basically a legal don't mess up trial run. But with 21 violations before even stepping outside, he's already sabotaged his freedom. That's like failing a test you haven't taken yet.
17 now?
Yes, ma'am.
December 26th.
And Judge, if we need to go back and renegotiate an offer, obviously he's not even out of custody yet, and this is how he's acting.
Well, and
Your Honor, obviously due to his age, I want him to have the opportunity to get his life together, obviously not going into adulthood with felony convictions. I have preached to him the importance of following the rules and not...
you can't do it, can you?
Okay.
You can.
Let's break this down. Bushnell's lawyer argues he takes responsibility, but the judge isn't fooled. 21 incidents since January? Fighting, instigating, calling officers names? The judge roasts him. If you can't follow jail rules, why should I trust you on probation? This isn't just rebellion, it's a pattern of disrespect. And here's the kicker, his original charges involve...
Look at the judge's tone here, calm but cutting. She's not angry about the crimes anymore. She's disappointed about the choices. This isn't just punishment, it's parenting through the law. Can he even grasp how close he is to losing everything?
Shooting a gun. The judge's fury is justified. You could have killed someone. Sound off. Should juveniles get passes for violent behavior, or is tough love the answer? Fire or broken heart?
Not 21 incident reports since January 25th of this year. 21. Fighting, calling officers names, stealing food, instigating fights, being a bully to other people in the dorm. Ridiculous. So if you can't follow rules in the jail, what makes you think you're going to come in here and I'm going to say, sure, go be on probation out in our community? After y'all shot gun, I mean, this is serious. I'm tired of the shootings. I'm tired of people. You could have killed somebody. And because you accidentally didn't kill somebody, you get to get a probation. Not today.
Plot twist. The judge torches Bushnell's plea deal. Why? You're acting like a little punk. She warns, a jury will see these reports, prison for 20 years. But here's the legal tea. Texas allows judges to reject pleas if defendants show zero remorse. Bushnell's 21 strikes prove he's a flight risk. Meanwhile, Mario Blunt gets a lifeline, probation with...
Boom. Plea deal rejected. That's the gavel equivalent of, I'm not mad, I'm just done. Under Texas law, a judge can toss any plea if the defendant acts unfit. Translation? Bushnell just talked his way into a 20-year risk. That's courtroom self-destruction.
Why the disparity? Blunt's crime, drugs. Bushnell's, violence. The system draws a line. Drop a police car light if you think the judge made the right call.
If I could send you to ISF, I would consider it. I can't. At this point, I'm going to reject the plea agreements. We will set the cases for a review in about 30 days. Let's see where we are, go over his options, y'all talk. If I can always do, upfront time, but we've got to get to a certain point where that would make sense. And so at this time, I'm just going to reset the cases. Again, I'm rejecting these plea agreements. And let me tell you, you get more of these, it's only going to get worse. I'm going to see them. A jury's probably going to see them a jury will see them if you go to trial. And you're going to end up in prison for up to 20 years because you can't follow the rules in our jail and you're acting like a little punk. So go stop acting like a punk, prove that you can behave, then we'll see what happens. When you come back next, I'll see how many of these I have. Go back with the baby.
Mic drop moment. The judge gives Bushnell 30 days to stop acting like a punk. But let's be real, can a teen with 21 jail violations suddenly flip a switch? This is performative mercy, a last chance to avoid branding him a felony lifer. Meanwhile, Blunt's probation hinges on cognitive therapy and drug rehab. The judge's message? Violence gets zero tolerance, addiction gets grace. Is that fair? Sound off. Should non-violent offenders always get softer sentences?
Notice the contrast. Bushnell gets threats, Blunt gets therapy. That's the justice system dividing behavior from belief. Violence equals zero tolerance. Addiction earns redemption. The question is, can mercy ever fix what fear can?
Kimler. Yeah, on Mario Blunt. That's a sentencing.
Judge, I've spoken to the probation officer who's here, and I'm just going to ask the court to follow her recommendation. The one allegation that would have been proved up is a misdemeanor assault from last year that was never filed by the police department.
Okay.
It looks like we don't need to proceed on that.
So it looks like the recommendation is substance abuse.
ISS, or substance abuse ISS.
Well, it actually says substance abuse cognitive, and we can't do both. So
Is there one more than the other? Understanding that the problems are both cognitive
Yes.
and drug related. In your opinion, what do you think is best?
Cognitive first with JCBI aftercare.
okay, that would make sense.
So that would be I understand this isn't an agreement, I don't think, but this is what we're asking the court to do based on the pleas that have been entered in probation's report.
I guess you're on the record.
Mm-hmm.
In talking with Mr. Blunt, I think that he will do, obviously he's not going to refuse ISF, but he was going to suggest that he's using or has used marijuana or THC in the past to cope with anxiety issues in lieu of ISF to perhaps try to pursue something through MHMR.
Well, he didn't just use THC. He also used methamphetamine.
Enter Mario Blunt, a reformed meth user begging for rehab. The judge's verdict? Cognitive therapy plus drug program or prison. But here's the irony, Blunt's original charge? Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Yet the system's prioritizing his drug use over violence. The judge's logic, fix the addiction, fix the behavior. But is that naive? Meth and crime often go hand in hand. Debate below, does rehab really work for violent offenders? Pill or locked?
And I'm pretty sure that's not very good for anxiety.
Well, he's not contesting ISF.
Yeah. So Mr. Blunt, you're on probation for an extremely serious offense. I could be sending you to prison today for a very long time for violating your probation. Sounds like probation's willing to work with you. You've done some positive things while you're on probation, which are good, that you are going to treatment. You've made a great deal of progress. Those are the things that I'm really concerned about, but they're not the only things I'm concerned about. You've got to follow all of the rules, not just some of them. You've got...
The irony? Blunt's original charge involved a weapon, yet he's being saved by rehab. It's poetic justice, or selective empathy. What do you think? Is the judge giving second chances or playing favorites?
Got to get this drug deal kicked. If you don't, you're going to go to prison over drugs instead of really what you or the underlying offense is. Do you understand? Yes, ma'am. We're going to give you the opportunity. We're going to give you treatment. You take advantage of it and change that part of your life. Great. If you don't, you're back in here, and this is going to be zero tolerance. There's no messing up at this point. Yes, do you understand? Yes, if the treatment that you're getting through JCDI is not enough, it's going to be up to you to be a grown-up and go to probation and say, I'm feeling tempted. I need more help. Nobody wants to go into custody for more help, but it's better to go in for 90 days than it is to go to prison for up to 20 years. Yes, right? Okay. So in clause number 15-21380, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 2 and 3 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty and revoke your probation, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to follow the recommendation of the district attorney in probation and continue you on probation in order that you enter and successfully complete the cognitive track of the ISF program. And then when you're released, you will enter and successfully complete the JCDI program. These programs are doing two different things. The first one is to help you make better decisions. It's about thinking and making better decisions. The JCDI program is the drug intervention program to help you.
Blunt's probation terms are a masterclass in second chances, cognitive therapy for decision-making, and JCDI for drug rehab. But here's the catch: one slip-up, and he's facing 20 years. The judge's warning: zero tolerance. Be a grown-up. This isn't coddling, it's tough love with training wheels. Meanwhile, Bushnell's rotting in jail, proving he can't handle even basic rules. The takeaway? The system rewards effort, but only if you try. Counterclockwise arrows button or door? You decide.
With what you need, hopefully, to stop using drugs. So you're going to have all the tools that you need to make these better decisions, and then it's going to be up to you. Continue doing everything you're supposed to through your treatment and other things like that. It sounds like that hasn't been an issue. You're still on a deferred probation. You're still not convicted of this offense. If you're back in here again, in all likelihood, you will be convicted and you will be going to prison for a very long time. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Case closed. Bushnell's future? A ticking time bomb, 30 days to behave or face prison. Blunt's shot at redemption? Rehab or ruin? This episode exposes the justice system's dual face: mercy for the willing.
2 men, 1 courtroom, 2 outcomes. One gets a warning, the other a roadmap to recovery. That's not just sentencing, that's storytelling. So, tell me, who do you think deserved a second chance? The rebel or the reformer?
Steal for the defiant. If you're hooked, smash the like button, subscribe for more courtroom fire and debate. Should judges give endless chances, or is prison the only wake-up call? Want us to deep dive another case? Comment with balanced scale, and remember, actions speak louder than pleas.